Yeah. So, don't get angry. And everyone, I've got an appointment, so I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of Miss Jess Dortch.
Yeah!
So it's January, it's a very cold, bitter January. But right after January, of course, is February, so we're in the season of love. Shockingly, according to TJ Maxx, Valentine's Day started December 26th. It ended yesterday. They had nothing left in that section. I know quite well, but love is in the air, as is the common cold. You know, similar stuff. Man, that was a good one. And I have, for the past couple of months, I'm going to set this down. I have, for the past few months, been on quite the journey of using dating apps, which is, it's so special. It's such a special thing. It's so interesting how technology has evolved, and it has put all the people you can stand the least right in front of you. And with my time, with such a long time on these apps, which is 3 months, it feels like a lifetime, truly. I have observed so much about so many people and the general lack of shame these days of what people are willing to post. And I've broken it down on these observations into a spectrum, a sort of axis of nothing to say versus, God, way too much to say, too many things they want to share. And starting on that first end of the spectrum, the people have nothing to say. I have noticed it's quite a common thing for people to just set up their profiles and have one-word answers. A common thing that you'll see is that every single photo, you cannot see their full face. What they're hiding on there, it's always hair in the face, it's always phone covering the face, or there's just something they don't want to be discerned for whatever reason or another. And that's quite concerning, in my opinion. And the most frustrating part is the fact that there's oftentimes prompts on these dating apps. And what aggravates me most is the people who put nothing into it, because let's be so honest with ourselves, it's 5 minutes of effort, tops. Say, I like adventures, I like to go to the aquarium, and this is my love language, and you're done for the day, you're set. And show a photo of your face, and we're good. But these people, for whatever reason, the one that gets me most, there is a prompt on Hinge specifically that I go crazy for. It could be noodles, it could be Legally Blonde, that's totally not specific to me, but it could be, it's an opportunity to showcase what you're interested in, and the thing that gets me is when people type just the word you. One. Yeah, they know what I'm talking about. Because, first of all, we have never met. Second of all, you're placating me, you're trying to trick me, you're trying to appeal to my interests, and I don't appreciate that at all. You'll have that, and the one that gets me, that I remember so very vividly, is a person who had a prompt that said, a fun fact I have, assuming it should be about themselves, and they typed one word, cars. Imagine the date with that guy. He pulls up, and you get in this car, and you say, I wouldn't get in a stranger's car, but I'm a very scared woman. But hypothetically, you get in this car, you say, all right, where are we going? So this is it. We're gonna go around the block a couple times. This is my Toyota Corolla. I hope you really like it. And that's the date with that guy. I saw at one point someone who didn't even type words. All 3 prompts, a plus sign, a minus sign, and an equal sign. Are they going to talk in math equations? I'm going to blink, I'm going to see someone's profile, and they're going to answer all their questions in binary code. It's bizarre, I don't know. But it's very frustrating, because it's like, I can't even start a conversation with you if I wanted to, and I don't know if you're a person, because I see like one eyeball. And that's it. So, people with nothing to say. We get to the middle, where, and this is where I get a little bit mean, are the people that are trying to be funny. It's sort of the best way I can compare is that you're reading their answers. you have the same reaction as you would seeing a child fall over at a Little League game, like, ah, buddy. Don't get that sun, Buster. Oh, man. And you're trying really hard not to laugh. I don't find children being injured laugh, but that's the closest comparison I can make. The one that sticks out to me, it's just the buzzwords that get me of like X-core, X-aesthetic, such and such. Golden retriever boyfriend is a big one. I'm not, you're a human man. You're not a dog, you are a human man. Own the fact that you're a person. And it's a sort of the same thing when, again, not to stereotype, but it is mostly men that do this. They're like, dating me is like dating a toddler. I'm not a babysitting service. I'm not here to be anybody's mother. I'm not entertained. Not entertained in the slightest. Arguably the worst one was the person who matched with me and said, I am looking for a goth girl to match the black cat energy to my orange cat energy. And the criteria for me to appear as a goth girl was to wear a black t-shirt and red lipstick. Folks, look at me. We're not, it's not, God bless goths, I can't rock that. I go for librarian, honestly. And I was like, oh man, this is not great. And I felt very mean. But any guilt I felt immediately vanished because directly beneath that was a screenshot from a softcore pornography. No shame at all. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I can clown on this guy a little bit. So on that note, going in that direction is the very end of our spectrum of people with, we need to start teaching digital footprint courses again. Because their name, their profession, their school will be attached to a profile where they say, I want a woman to manipulate me. So announcing to the world and their workforce, like, I have problems with my mom, which I don't know you want to declare quite so loudly. But it's just the gimmick of, can't say this on a dating app, boom! Oh my God! Oh my God! I can't believe it. The most shocking, absurd thing to say, again, poor Mr. Orange Cat. It's such a bizarre phenomenon. It truly is. And going on a date with that person, unfortunately, is so simple because all you need to do is walk into your bathroom, turn off the lights, run the tap, and play Huey Lewis and the News backwards because they're so into American Psycho for some reason. And you say the words Prozac Princess 3 times in the mirror and they show up behind you with a pack of Marlboro Reds and they talk to you about their poli-sci degree. So, you might be asking, if it's such a mess, why would you stay on there? And folks, I am very much a romantic at heart. Emphasis on the hopeless and hopeless romantic. Because as much as I would like a little in-person rendezvous, I am absolutely mortified being approached in public under virtually any circumstances. I had to stop going to the mall because I would just, anytime someone's like, you want to try this perfume sample? It could be any reason. Anything. They could run up and say, ma'am, we want to give you $1 million. And I'm like, it's just, I have generalized anxiety disorder. Go figure. Look at me. So anytime I'm suddenly approached, I'm like, I'm going to say the stupidest possible thing, and they're going to call me the stupidest possible name, and I'm just going to look like, I'll go stand there, and they'll be like, ma'am, could you sign this petition? 4! Oh, you're stupid. So stupid, and that's how I think the interaction's gonna go. So, of course, I don't deal with this well, and the one time I've been approached to be asked out, it wasn't in the best of circumstances. It was in the middle of my first week of work as a Chicago quarter mentor for DePaul University, which is somewhere between a student tutor and a student teacher, which the feeling you get after having to be an authority figure to people exactly 1 year younger than you is quite a lot to deal with. And it was after my shift. It was on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. in a Mariano's grocery store, which for those who don't know, Mariano's is essentially a Kroger doing its best Whole Foods impression. And I am minding my business. I'm going to get a thing of coffee. And I have a lot of just microwave foods in my cart. I'm like, I need something I can heat up and then just go to bed. And this man comes up to me, he's like, excuse me, ma'am. And I'm just like, oh, I must have dropped my wallet or my keys. And he's like, I've seen you around the store a couple of times and I just think you're very attractive. I'd like to have your number. Which raises a lot of questions. First, how many times? As in like multiple trips here, like you've been watching me, or you saw me do the same lap around 3 aisles because someone kept standing in front of like the spice drawer. Or maybe he saw me in the very narrow, like, oh, excuse me, I'm just gonna scooch out of your way here. He saw me do that and she's the one. It's gotta be her. For some reason, I don't know. And I don't want to age shame under any circumstances, but this man was very clearly, he looked like he had his 401k set up. And I'd like to think I very much do not. He looked much older. And I was just kind of frozen, because again, 8 p.m. grocery store by myself, random strange man, doesn't make me feel too good, and I am so frozen in this moment. I just, deer in headlights, I'm extremely uncomfortable, and I just cart away. Just pure terror, and I never saw him again. And I just, in general, I don't know, a grocery store does not feel like the place to pick people up. And neither does this next occasion where someone wasn't even trying to pick me up, but just catcalled me. Picture this, last year's Super Bowl Sunday, I leave my door. I heard one laugh versus the whole thing. It is funny, I don't know. I decided to make the trek from my dorm to go get dinner. I wanted €1. I head down the street. It's like a 10-minute walk, and I'm wearing double denim, and I'm still in the height of my bob cut, so that's a super good look. Yeah, they know what's up. Denim! But I'm making my way back with my €1 and my fun little double denim outfit, and this random man going, I want to say, like at least 40 miles an hour on a divvy bike, just, hey Judy! And just books it. What was he expecting? The genuine question. It wasn't even to ask me out, it's just like, I'm gonna throw that out there into the world and I'm gonna keep going. And I'm like, brother, you wanna keep your eyes on the road. You're about to like run into the back of the bus. But I genuinely wonder what the point of it was. Because what was he expecting? Like I was gonna like hightail after him, wait! Please! I love you! You can't go without me on your divvy bike! It's so absurd to think about catcalling in that way, and that particular instance, because it's like, this does nothing for either one of us. You run the risk of like an injury, and I'm just like really annoyed right now. It's a double negative. Nobody wins here. So it's been a very interesting time kind of coming into adulthood and dealing with romance, but I think the most important thing that I've learned out of this is the importance of enjoying my own company and staying single and taking a lot more time in between to really decenter romance as something like that has to be super important or this big anything, and learning what it is I'd like to improve about myself and what it is that I really enjoy, and learning to speak more positively. And that is what I had written finally when I wrote this back in October. But I played you all for a fool because I'm no longer single anymore. All of those things are true, but it was funny if I lied to you guys about that. Yes, all those things still apply. Love yourself, and don't talk to creepy people who like to talk about Patrick Bateman. Thank you so much!